All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. Our focus this month in March 2024 is Pilates and Pump. So we're going to be taking some from both of those styles of training to work the entire body. The Pilates works posture, core, alignment, and of course, strength and toning, while that strength training is going to build the musculoskeletal system for some endurance. So what we're going to start with today, I'll get some music rolling so I can kind of have a little bit of a tempo. We're going to start standing in ballet first position. And as we do this progression, we'll do it without weights and then progress with weights if you'd like to. So with a nice long spine from first position, we'll step out to second and then back to first and do the other side, out to second and back to first. Toes are turned out, second, and back to first. One more, second, and back to first. Now let's speed this up a little bit. Second, first, second, first. So right now I'm not bending my knees, but what I want you to do, if you feel comfortable, is start to add a plie when you step out to second position. I'm going to make it small because of my patellar tendonitis. Second, first, plie, close, down, up. Now it's up to you how wide you step this and how low you go into your plie. Let's do 4 more, 2 each side. Plie, close first, 1 more each side. Good, short break. Next progression will add a hip abduction side raise. So we step, raise, and close in. Plie, raise, close in. Down, lift, and close. Now this should be a pretty good tempo to follow, but of course if you want to go a little faster to really heat up the body or a little bit slower for control, you can do that as well. Let's do 1 more each side. Working those outer thighs and hips. Close first and hold. The arms lift, open, center, and down. Up, open. So we'll be combining this with the lower body. If you'd like to choose to pick up light hand weights, something maybe on the order of 2 or 3 pounds. Let's try it without the weights first. So step out to the right, out, and close to first. Step out, lift, close first. Good. Let's get 5 more, then we'll take a break, give you an option to grab light hand weights. 4. If you have shoulder problems, you can just do this without the weight or something really small, like a can of green beans. Good. 1 more time. Out and rest. Option to pick up your weight. So I'm taking hold of 3 pounders. If you need to slow this down now that you have weights, you can do that as well. All right, step out to the right, plie, open, close first. Plie, lift, close first. So we're working on quads and glutes in the plie. We're working on that outer thigh hip abduction, the shoulder muscles, and our posture nice and strong. Get 4 more. Out, lift, close first. 3. Excellent. 2. 1 more. And close first. Relax. Take a nice shoulder roll. And if you have those light weights, we'll put both of them into your right hand. Your left hand can be at your hip, or you can use a chair or a wall for balance. Let's releve up on the toes, lift, lower, lift, lower. So if you need that chair for balance, I want you to use it. Option to add a bicep curl. Up, down, up, down. Let's get about 10 on this right arm. 5, 6, 7. Strengthening those calves. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Switch the weights to the other hand. Switch hands if you're using the wall or chair. Just start with the releve first. Up and down. Getting that balance. Whenever you're ready, we'll add in the bicep curl for 10 reps. 1, 2. I'm slowing this down a little bit to keep it more controlled. 5, 6, 7. Good. Really strengthening those feet. 8. Check your posture. 9 and 10. Relax. Okay, option to take your weights with you as we come to the chair for set 1 of 3 Pilates exercises. Now, if you're not using a chair, you can go right down to the floor and sit on the floor as well. Nice tall spine, arms are down by your side over the front edge of the chair. Slightly lean your body back and we'll lift, lift. So this is a small range of motion, and notice I'm under the height of the shoulders. This is a variation of the 100. Now, if you'd like, we can lift one knee up. Then set it back down. Lift the other knee up. You can do this without weights. Set it down. Last option, both knees up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on up. Set your weights down. Now make sure that you took a variation that works for your body. Next exercise is the single leg stretch. We'll lean back a little bit. Pull the right knee up. Set it on the floor. Pull the left knee up. Set it on the floor. Any pace you want to go. Now, if you're down on the mat, you can do this seated, or you can roll down onto your back and pull the knee up to the chest. That would be the traditional option for the single leg stretch. To make this more challenging, in the chair or on the floor, both knees are up. We tap one foot down and lift, down and lift. Nice and strong through the abs. 2 more in each leg, any variation. 1 more each leg. And take a break and relax. If you need a little stretch for your low back, just fold over your legs briefly. And then sit straight back up. Fingertips come to the shoulders or behind the head. We'll twist to one side, bring the knee up, and switch. This is your seated bicycle. If you're doing it on your back, it's a great way to get that bicycle. Make sure you're supporting your head, not overworking the neck. And to make this more challenging, both feet are up and we bicycle, any pace. Good job. 2 more each side. 1 more each side. and relax. All right, we're up off the chair. We're going to go back into leg work with upper body. I want you to grab one hand weight, fairly heavy size. We'll bring it right to the chest. Feet a little wider than shoulders width apart. We'll come down and squat and back up, down and up. And we're going pretty slow on these, and I want you to go through the range of motion that feels good for your body. Now, level 1, just keep the weight right under your chin. Level 2, as you stand up, lower the weight down so you have a bicep curl. Level 3, press the weight any amount above the head. Or a little combination of all of those movements. Now, if your weights are pretty light, you can do 2 weights. You don't have to do a single. I want you to do the weight that challenges your body. Good job. Let's get 5 more squats. If you'd like to do a balance check, you can also raise up on your toes for the last 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Nicely done. 2 heavy weights. We have dead rows. Feet are about hips distance apart. Weights are close to the sides of the legs. We come down with a flat back. Pull the elbows back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Straighten the arms. And rise up with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale, release. Exhale, rise up. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Down, pull, and up, down, pull. Some things to notice. You want your knees to bend when you come forward, so not straight or locked legs. Pinch those shoulder blades back. Keep your abdominals really braced. 5 more reps on that dead row. Good. This is a strong muscle group. 4. And 3. Looking good. Last 2. Last 1. Up and take a break. Set those weights down. Going into our second set of our Pilates exercises, you can come to the floor or to your chair with or without your hand weights for the 100. Have a seat toward the edge of the chair. Hinge back slightly and raise up, up, up. Now, if it bothers your back to lean back, you can sit straight up and just work these shoulders right here. Option to lift one leg. Set it down. Option to lift the other leg. And set it down. Feet can stay on the floor or option both legs up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit up. Nicely done. Weights are down. Single leg stretch. We lean back to prepare the core. One knee comes up. We come in and down. In and down. So there's no twist on this one. We can have both legs up and drop one foot to the floor. Last 10, 9, 8. Good. Modify your way. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Last one is our bicycle. If you need to sit straight up, you can just rotate here without bringing the knee up. or we can take it back and twist, twist, or both legs up. Now, if you like to double time this, rotate side, side, side. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up. If you need that back stretch, fold forward, just a little bit of a seated happy baby. All right, 2 heavy or moderate weights. We're going to put the squat with the overhead press along with the dead row. Now, if you don't want to press above the head, you can also do the bicep curl. So it looks like this. We go down, up, and a dead row. Knees, pull. Option without the overhead press. And the dead row. Good, so we squat. Option to press up. Squat, release, forward, pull. Now, if any of these don't work for you, just do the parts that do. Make it your own progression. 5 more. This is the clean and press modification. 4 more. I feel that heart rate pumping up. Nice neutral spine. 3 to go. Great job. Those with you with shoulder injuries, I trust you're working without that overhead press if needed. 1 more. Curl. Press. And down and pull. Take a short break. We're going to be doing our dead row, holding it with single arm and rotation. So soften your knees, come right down here, pull the right, twist, and left, right, left. Good. 5 more on each arm, 10 reps to go. 9, 8. Really good posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise yourself all the way up. Okay, I'd like for you to put those heavy weights next to the sides of your mat. Once we come down on the floor, we're going to be doing some reclining chest presses. Last set of our Pilates work, so come to the chair if you like to use it, or head down to the floor, either seated or laying on your back, with or without your small hand weights. All right, nice straight back, and lift, lift, lift. So here's the seated version, the laying back version. We're on our back. You can lift your knees up to table. You can extend your legs any amount to straight, or just keep your feet on the floor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Set those weights down. Single leg stretch, either seated in your chair or laying on your back or seated on the floor. Right knee comes in, left knee comes in. Now the traditional exercise laying on your back, your head and shoulders are up off the mat, but this can get really tough for the neck. So you might want to try a couple reps and then set your head back down. You can also keep your legs up and extend. or touch the floor with the big toe. 8, 7, 6. Press that low back down into the mat. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Last one is your bicycle. If you're on your back, hands support the back of the head. We'll bring one leg in and rotate across, across. It's okay to still be in that chair. Choose your options. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're on the mat, you can hug your knees right into the chest. If you're seated in the chair, fold yourself forward, a little happy baby stretch. Now, if you prefer not to come down onto your back, you can do some wall push-ups for the next exercise, which is our chest press. Otherwise, you've got your heavy weights. Be careful when you pick them up that you don't bother your shoulders. The weights are directly up from the shoulders. They're not over the face. You want them actually down over the chest, not even over the shoulders. Feet can be on the floor. We'll lower down with the elbows and up. If you want a little more core, you can bring those knees to tabletop. Now we're going to add a little rotation with the forearms. So as you push up, turn your palms toward your face, then turn your palms away from your face. So your palms go toward your knees when your elbows are down, toward your face when your arms are up. We're going slow and controlled. 6 more. Squeeze the pectorals, the chest muscles working. Triceps and shoulders as well. 4, 3. This is a nice compatible muscle group for our dead rows we did earlier. Last one, and then we'll rest. Set those weights down or place them across your hip creases for bridges. Press into the feet and we'll lift up and down. Now you can also add any additional arm work here in your bridge. So get creative there with your weights. Or just focus on those glutes and hamstrings and add that extra resistance right to your hips. Pressing that weight up to the ceiling. 5 and 4. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, if your weights are pretty heavy, you can use 1 weight for this exercise, or 2 if they're light. We've got skull crushers, so the weights are directly up. We keep our elbows pointing to the ceiling as we bend the elbows so the weight comes right toward the forehead, and then we press it up. Knees can come up in table, or you can add a single leg extension with this. Good job. If it bothers your back, you can even rest your feet right on top of your chair and just relax that low back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, and relax. Single leg bridging, so you can use your weight if you'd like. Let's press into both feet, keep them closer together, lift your hips up, and take one foot up off the mat. Then we'll lower the pelvis, down, up, 9, up, 8. You can add upper body work here, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last one, hold it up, put your foot down, then relax the pelvis down. Let's get ready to do that other side. Press up with both feet first. Lift the other foot up off the mat, lower the pelvis, 10. Now, if a single leg is too challenging, then you're doing another set with both feet on the mat. Good job. Down. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. All right, let's hug knees into the chest. And then we'll take a nice figure 4 stretch. So set your left foot down, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And then let's hug those knees up any amount toward the chest. Now, as you're holding this stretch, if you'd like to add some more abdominals, we crunch up, up, or you can twist to that outside knee. 4, looking for 10, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just set that left foot down. Extend your right leg up. We're going to flex and point this right ankle while we're stretching our hamstring. I want you to activate the anterior tibialis in the front of the shin and the calf. Now let's speed it up, and I want you to focus on the pull down, 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 down. 5. Let's get 10 more. 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You should have felt that right in that shin muscle. Let's set the right leg down. Left ankle crosses over. Come up into your figure 4 stretch. Now, if you're wanting to wind down, just hold the stretch. Don't worry about the core work, or we can add 10 crunches. Begin. 1, or rotate. 2, 3, 4, 6. Enjoy that hip stretch. 8, 9, and 10. Set the right foot down. Left leg extends straight up, and we'll point and flex. Go nice and slow the first few. Give yourself a nice stretch here for your hamstring. Doesn't have to be too deep. And then we're going to go quicker, focusing on the pull down. So it's down, down, pull. 15 reps. 10 more. 10, 9, really pull. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you can use this leg to help you roll up if you'd like, or you can just roll to your side and push yourself up. Let's take a plank. If you need to come up to the wall or to the chair, you can. Otherwise, we're going to roll over into our plank position. Remember, basic plank can be hands and knees. We can come down to the elbows. We can walk the feet back or the knees back. And let's hold and breathe. Now, any other modifications you want to add here is great. Maybe a single leg raise off the floor. or you can rotate into a side plank, or you can rotate one hip and drop it down, and then the other hip and drop it down. 15 seconds. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, you can press yourself back into a child's pose or tuck the toes and lift the hips up, come into a little down dog to take a break. Nice work, everybody. Our last exercise, combination of spinal balance and tricep kickbacks. I'm going to place a little bit of a cushion under my knees so that surgical knee can manage the pressure. And we have a very light hand weight. Let's put that into your left hand since my left side is facing the camera. So we're going to have this elbow up. The exercise is to straighten and bend. Now you can keep both knees on the mat or send the right leg straight back behind you. 10, 9, 8. Check your form, your alignment, your head position. 6, 5. Nice strong right leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the weight down. Set that right knee down and we'll do a thread the needle. So inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, scoop it under and relax that shoulder and head, if you can, down to the mat. If your head doesn't reach, that's okay. You could tuck a little block under it or maybe the fist of your right hand so you can relax your head. Now stay in that thread the needle, but take your right hand and try to wrap it behind your back. And it's the back of your hand that's going to face your lower spine or maybe even reach into your hip crease on that left side. If that doesn't feel okay, just put your right hand on your hip. All right, press your right hand back into the mat. Just simply draw your left arm out from underneath you and set it right down on the floor. I'm going to give a little spin around for the other side. We have the hand weight in our right hand. Let's start with the tricep kickback. Elbow is up. Straighten, bend. Option, our left leg goes back. We find our spinal balance. 10 more. 9. Try not to move the upper arm. It's just your elbow is the hinge. 6. 5. Looking good. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. The weight comes down. The left knee finds the mat. Inhale the right arm for our thread the needle. Stretch it up. And then relax it underneath to give our shoulder a little stretch. Now on the first part of the stretch, I'm reaching my left fingertips way up toward the top of my mat. That's another option for a nice lat stretch. And then if it feels all right for you, we'll take that left hand, wrap it behind your lower back, or just place it on your hip. This helps us with our back scratch stretch. All right, bring that left hand back to press into the floor as you draw your right arm out from underneath you. From your hands, tuck your toes under if you can, and lift your knees off the floor 1 inch. This is called bear. Holding. 8, 7, 6, 5. Feel the core working. 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to lift your hips up. Walk your hands back towards your feet with your knees bent any amount and hold a forward fold. You can reach your opposite elbows, hang in ragdoll, maybe sway the body side to side. And then a reverse Pilates roll down as we roll up from this forward folded position by starting to tuck the tailbone under and start to stack the spine one vertebra at a time. As you come all the way up, the head comes last. And then bring your arms right in front of your body. We'll take the right arm and circle it out. Look behind you and hold. Bring it back up and to the front. Left arm lifts open out. Look behind you. Try to keep your hips facing forward. Reach it back up and to the front. Both hands behind you, open like airplane arms. Stretching through the pecs and shoulders. And then 3 full arm circles, both arms forward, up, and around. 2 more. Inhale. 1 more time. Breathe in. Side stretching. The right arm lifts. You can place left hand on your hip and reach over. And if you joined class a little bit late today, we're doing an abbreviated version of class, a little shorter than usual, about 40 minutes. If you need a few more stretches, be sure you take those. And I need to skip our chat today. So if you have a chance, let me know how you like the workout. All right, release it down. Let's take 1 more deep inhale, sweep up. And exhale. And I just wanted to close class today with a little quote that Judith sent me this morning that's just really touched my heart. And she said, "Our little pets burrow their ways into our hearts, and they're gone too soon." So everyone, namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'll get this posted up on YouTube. I'll see you Thursday for yoga. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.